Hey everyone, welcome back to the RPGames YouTube channel. My name is Ralph. This is the Waylanders. This is going to be a part of my Let's Try series. Going to be a 2-episode look at this new party-based RPG. This one is focused around Celtic myths. Apparently the game takes place in 2 different eras. One of the eras where the Celts are meeting their gods, and apparently something goes horribly wrong during negotiations. And the second era the game takes place in is when the Celtic religion is being or has been replaced by Christianity. I'm assuming you're going to be playing the same character or characters during these different eras, and you're going to be teleporting in between. Not quite sure how that works, but we'll see. Let's first start with character creation here. You can choose male or a female character. We're gonna pick a male character. There are 4 races in the game. The humans. Humans are the most common and diverse race in Brigantia. The Celts are the main human race represented in the Waylanders, but as the seat of a thriving empire with trade routes that extend well beyond the continent of Europe, Brigantia has always been home to people of many different beliefs, nationalities, races, and ethnicities. We have the werewolves, the descendants of the god Luck. Werewolves do not transform humans with a bite or change shape with the phases of the moon. Some appear almost human with lupine characteristics. Some are indistinguishable from wolves, but with human intelligence. The majority, however, are fierce, half-human beasts, ferocious in battle and dangerous foes. There is the Morians. Morians are an immortal race with dark skin, golden eyes, and a penchant for both fate-based magics and intellectual pursuits. After centuries living among humans and other surface dwellers, most Morians have grown tired of mortal affairs and have developed thriving communities of their own in the Underworld and the Medullas. And then there is the Semi Fomorian. The Fomorians are a race of monstrous immortal giants who once ruled Ireland. When the Tuatha came to power, they banished the Fomorians to a small corner of the Fomorian Underworld. The Fomorians have been in exile for thousands of years, biding their time until they have the opportunity to retake their ancestral home. Half Fomorians are the offspring of these titans, less monstrous in appearance, but just as fearsome. I kinda like this immortal giant race, so let's pick this one. Then we can choose out of 6 classes. The warriors are strong and reckless. They inflict devastating damage with 2 heavy weapons. Shunning defense, they are merciless at close range, cutting down their enemies or flinging them across the battlefield. You've got the Guardian, a selfless defender and champion. Guardians shield their friends in battle. Fighting on the front lines with a sword and shield, they draw the attention of their enemies, exposing their vulnerable flanks. Then you've got the Rogue. They are masters of trickery, evasion, and assassination. They weaken and confuse their foes before finishing them off with a lethal close-range attack. There is the Ranger, lethal sharpshooters with a loyal animal companion. Rangers excel at long-range combat, using their bows to inflict critical damage on foes' hidden weaknesses. There is the Sorcerer, mysterious and powerful. They wreak magical havoc across the battlefield. Reality is a sorcerer's plaything. They can bend it to teleport in and out of battle at will. And then the Healers, they call upon the spirits of the earth to heal and strengthen their allies and weaken their foes. The Healers is the beating heart of any party. I'm assuming as a Fomorian, I'm more likely to be a warrior, right? And this doesn't look like a guy who's fighting with a shield though. He's just gonna bash people. I would assume this guy is fighting with a 2-handed weapon, like a gigantic club or something. So heavy weapons, yes, that's exactly what I mean. So let's pick the warrior class here. And then as a background, the only option I can pick here is the slave. You grew up as a slave in the Fomorian Underground with little knowledge of the outside world. You look human enough to most people, if a little tall. As a mercenary of the Morians, you've fought on their side in various conflicts throughout your life. You arrive in Brigantia as their bodyguard, also as a warning. Your masters remember what the Tuatha did. Your Fomorian blood has given you strength, durability, and a tireless will. You tend to focus on what's before you to the exclusion of all else. Alright, we get to customize our character. Let's see what we can do here. That looks a bit silly. A mohawk for a giant. Well, I mean... Oh, this one looks even better. Yeah, this one looks pretty cool. That's it. Alright. What kind of a hair color do we want? Ooh, white. Yeah, that tends to stand out. Let's grab that. Beard-wise, this is a very strange looking beard. Look at that. I might try to grow this in real life. I'll post a picture of that if I manage. But yeah, my beard is way more fluffy. Let's see. This is more like a full beard. Kind of like this one. I'm gonna make that white as well. Oh, we can go pink skinned. Wow. Kind of like the dark red though. And then an eye color. Let's see, do we have something that is evil looking? I kind of like this. Alright, so we have our stats now. Strength, Constitution, Agility, Perception, Intelligence, and Willpower. Our strength is Brute Force, Immunity, and Intimidation. Well, I'm guessing this is going to be our main statistic. Constitution, I would assume, is something that is very helpful for us as well. Agility, I don't see this guy as being super agile actually. I see him more as like a tank than as the one that's dodging out of the way. Perception, it looks like, is not something we're gonna have a lot, so I'm just gonna wade into anything that I come across. Intelligence is okay. And our willpower is speed and cooldown. Okay, let's boost our strength a good amount. We cannot go higher than 10, okay. Let's do something like this. Let's go all out on strength and constitution. And then just put a point in maybe agility and willpower, something like that. Although, maybe let's put it in perception. If it increases critical chance, then maybe that's helpful. Apparently we are called Kelos. I could pick a different name, but I kind of like that. Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh look! The Fomorian Underworld. I live there. You might have lived there too, if the Morians hadn't taken you away as a child. Ah, the sweet smell of sulfur mixed with rotting flesh. It never gets old. Mostly because there's new sulfur and rotting flesh every day. Once upon a time, we lived in Ireland along with the Tuatha, but we got a little too big for our britches. There was a war, and we got ourselves banished to this hellhole where we now eat my dad's limbs for fun. There he is! Dad, or King Zerion, if you're not one of his direct progeny. Though I guess we all are if you go back enough generations. Since you're half Fomorian, which I don't really want to think about the logistics of, since one of your parents was a giant cyclops and the other one was a human. But I digress. You're big and you're scary. So the King of the Celts decided to take you along on his mission to go see those assholes, the Tuatha, over in Ireland. Whispers drift on the cool breeze as it wafts over the sea. Could it be that the one who will guide us to a new world is amongst us? Could this be the first verse of the legend of Mil Spain, the Waylander?
That giant king looked massive, by the way. Damn.
You're the first to rise, my king.
Always.
Is there anything you need?
No. I've been looking forward to this day my entire life. The moment I finally meet the Tuatha De Danann. The moment we finally blend our worlds into one.
As have I. Though you might have to stop me from putting my foot in my mouth. Meeting my gods, my heroes. It's a lot to take in.
You don't have to do any of the talking. Or convince them to treat you like an equal. That's my job.
For that, I'm grateful.
You want to be equal to the
The others
gods?
away.
That new soldier woke even before me. The others are beginning to stir.
What about my son?
Do you want the honest answer? Or,
He's fast asleep, isn't he?
he didn't go to bed until about 2 hours ago. I'm pretty certain he's still drunk.
Oh. I asked you to guard him. Watch over him.
I know, but
Perhaps the prince should remain here on the ship during our negotiations today.
then how will he learn?
Well, not from you, I suppose.
Ouch. Fair, but ouch.
Oh, that's
How long
me,
have you been
right?
here?
The whole time. So, how do you feel about meeting the gods today?
I was kind of wondering, like, how tall I would be. But, yeah, I am quite tall. Look at that. Damn. It's almost as if I modeled for this character. I'm broad-shouldered myself. I'm just here to do my job.
While I admire your commitment to your duty, I'd encourage you to have opinions. Feelings are what set us apart from beasts.
I came up here in the first place to ask if your majesty wanted some breakfast.
Not just yet. Allow me a few more moments alone to enjoy the stars on the horizon before the sun washes them away.
But of course, my lord. Shall we?
King is pretty approachable.
And now, thanks to my hard work, I'm the youngest leader of the Druids' College ever.
Yes, Amergin, we know you ship rainbows. Stop bragging to the new kid.
Well, not all of us have had thousands of years to perfect our craft.
You're right, some of us learned to shut up before we turned 30.
Be nice, my dear. The sun hasn't even risen yet.
Yeah, because nighttime is when no one ever does or says anything naughty.
You're insufferable.
I love you too.
Sustenance has arrived.
Oh, thank goodness. I am positively famished.
You ate more than anyone else at dinner last night.
Yeah, I worked it all off.
Okay, egg time. Yum.
We have to wake up the prince eventually, but he's not going to be happy about it.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Don't look at me.
So, you all need the mercenary to go and wake up the prince, really? Okay. So on the top right you see that we have a bunch of quests, so to speak, so I need to speak to everyone, pretty much. I heard the Druid College has an enormous library.
I've lived there since I was a kid. Oh, yes, I could go on about it forever. It's my favorite place. I was found to have talent and brought there to study. Imagine all the smartest people in the world, all in one place, all trying to get smarter. Everyone devout, excited, hungry for knowledge, power. It's exhilarating. And now they put me in charge. It's almost too good to be true.
So you're here to represent the druids? Well, that's obvious.
Yes, I am. There are gods, the Tuatha De Danann. No one knows more about them than the druids. I'm arguably the most necessary person here. We study their magics till our fingers bleed from turning old pages.
Good thing you're not very full of yourself, right?
Yes, well, he's an idiot. I mean it, he's a total dipshit. He's a party kid. He doesn't act like a prince. The king is so devoted to helping him try to get his shit together, but Lugaid doesn't even care. And then I got stuck babysitting the little fucker. He's not my favorite.
In another kingdom you would get flogged or killed for saying something like that about one of the rulers, but, you know. I guess the Celts are very free with their opinions.
We like giving each other a hard time, and she can be overly dramatic for my taste, but I respect her. I've learned a lot from her, and I know there's far more she could teach me.
Who is this guy? I'm guessing he represents the humans.
Well, I've been an archer and a general for the king for over a decade. My speciality is in planning and spotting traps. We're not expecting any funny business, but just in case, I should be able to take care of it.
Yeah, he's like a lot less full of himself. Where are you from?
The capital. I'm part of the royal family, King Ith. I'm his cousin. It's not the only reason I became a general, but I won't pretend it didn't help. My sons, Eramon and Eberfin, are right behind Prince Lugaid in line for the throne.
Oh, I sense a
My
motive.
late wife was Ith's sister. Yeah, she was my cousin too. Royalty.
Okay, that's a bit of a dry humor there. So, but if you were to kill the prince, your sons are becoming rulers, so I need to keep an eye on you. You and Nazhedja seem close.
Oh, we don't know each other that well. I'm a middle-aged widower, and she's a beautiful woman with more knowledge than I could acquire in 20 lifetimes. Oh, we've met up dozens of times over the past few years, but never really talked about it. I'm just glad to get to spend time with her.
What do you think of the prince?
Lugaid? He's a kid. People have started writing him off as a possible ruler, but what is he, 19? He has time. He's smart and he's kind. Oh, he'll grow into a king one day. I have faith in him.
Okay, so he's clearly a loyalist. He's not going to kill the prince, I guess. But I'm keeping an eye on you, nonetheless. Who are you, big boy?
Only the greatest place in the world, Greece.
Oh yeah, you look like one of those statues. What brought you to Kaltia?
All true heroes need to go on a life-changing journey, like Odysseus. In order to grow, we must leave our homes and face unknowable dangers. This is my quest. Don't get me wrong, I am already a hero, but I could use a better story for the history books.
Yeah, you fit right in with the druid there.
I'm the best hand-to-hand combatant in the world. I've been training since I was a small child. No one can defeat me. You're safe as long as I'm nearby.
I beg to differ. I think I am the best.
You would be too if you'd spent 27 years chiseling your body to absolute perfection. I've earned this. I'll flaunt them as I wish.
Well, I mean, I can't really comment on flaunting muscles since that's what I'm doing, so, you know. I've heard seers can gaze into the future.
We're also fabulous and stunningly attractive. I personally am unusually skilled at magics lost to all but the most educated of Fomorians. Because my skills in the negotiation and persuasion departments are, shall we say... Oh no, I'm not going to be humble about this. I'm a damn good talker. I hold a high position in Morian society.
Are seers like kings for the Morians?
Oh my dear, kings die. I last. I've watched nearly 100 generations of human rulers. I exist on a scale beyond your comprehension.
Well, I'm immortal too, so I mean, I kinda comprehend.
Morians? We're the best. Okay, fine, that's not true. We mostly live underground, in the dark, so that's not the best. We are immortal and do have a lot of gold, though. So, that's fun.
Okay, you have gold. I need to keep you as a friend.
Not just that. I check so many necessary boxes. I'm a powerful sorceress. I know more about the Tuatha than the entire druid college combined. I'm an important representative of the Fomorian culture. And I'm charming as fuck.
What's going on with you and Taliesin?
Ah, anything I want. I'm joking, dear. Taliesin is a powerful, handsome man. We have a nice time together.
Okay, wake the prince. Let's run out the door. Be careful not to crush the door here with my power.
Your Highness? Prince Lugaid?
If he ruined my favorite cloak, I'm gonna feed him to
Go easy on him, Amergin. Maybe he'll be better at holding the throne than holding his liquor.
At his age, I was already an established professor.
We already know you're a freak, no need to brag.
Yeah, bragging is my thing.
Everyone, we're here.
Our scouting boats have finished surveying the beach. We should be safe to land. But it's strange. There were no people to be seen.
They're not exactly people, Taliesin. They're gods.
I know. Our gods. But do they not walk on the ground? Do they not bend twigs when walking past trees?
What do you mean?
There's nothing. Nothing at all.
I'm done with this.
You fucking imbecile!
Father, why are we giving them presents? You're the king. They should be giving tribute to you.
We are emissaries of peace to a people more powerful than any of us can understand or even imagine. This is a privilege.
Well, I'm sick of privilege.
So are we.
Excuse me?
How's that hangover, Your Highness?
I can't believe you made me share a cabin with this.
Speak, child. What am I?
Enough!
I have done everything in my power, both as your king and as your father, to prepare you to carry the crown. You're an adult now, and your mother and I, we don't know what else we can do. When we return home to Galicia, I'm calling together the council. We need to decide if you're ever going to be suited for the throne.
But father...
From now on, you will address me as Your Majesty. Stop gawking and get back to work.
Okay, so far this game feels a lot more like a visual novel than anything else, and it's like watching a cartoon. Who do I need to speak to? To the king? Where is the king? Oh, the king is right here. You can just walk up to the king. Do you need any help preparing for the negotiation? Yeah, look at me. I'm going to be helpful here.
I need some time alone to think. center myself before I meet my gods. I must focus on what lies just ahead, instead of dreading conversations necessary when we return home. My wife is going to hate this.
Are you okay after what happened to the prince? Oh, look at that. I'm empathic.
I didn't enjoy a single moment of that, no. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do, but I had to do it.
You did the right thing.
Thank you. I'm not sure I did, but what's done is done. My wife Escotta and I, we were never able to have more children. Lugaid is so precious to us. We've shown him as much love as we know how. And now this. If I can't be a good father, maybe at least I can be a good king.
Well, you know, if you want someone to take over, I can be king. Gonna need to resize that crown of yours, though, because my head is a bit bigger. Let's speak to the prince as well. So things seemed a little bit tense with your dad there.
I'm humiliated. How dare he? I am his son. Does that mean nothing to him? Why can't he accept that I'm trying my best?
I think he knows you're trying, with the emphasis on trying.
You really think so? I'm not sure I care right now.
I like the dreads. You want to be king?
It's never mattered what I wanted. It's my birthright. Or whatever. Mother never shuts up about it. I've always had to be the prince, whether I liked it or not. Now our majesty is throwing it in my face. Asshole.
Talk about privilege. Okay, we need to return to our cabin. Let me see, I'm guessing that's down in the ship somewhere.
I remember my first quest aboard this ship. It was nearly the end of me. That was thousands of years ago, of course. Since then, I've become an accomplished warrior.
I'm glad.
If you're looking for combat training, I can teach you some of what I've learned.
Sure, why not?
Excellent. Let's begin. In order to fight effectively, you'll first need a weapon. Pick one from that crate over there.
Alright, we can click on an item to interact with it. And I'm guessing we can... I would say we can drag this, right? Yep. There we go, a Skullcracker Sledge. Yeah, that sounds like a weapon that I would use. Let's put this over here.
I see you've got a weapon equipped. Let's start with the basics of combat.
Left click to target an enemy. Alright. Right click to attack.
Good job.
16 damage.
Let's try some
Okay.
tactics, shall we?
I guess that's okay. We can pause the game using the spacebar. I have a bunch of abilities. Let's select the first ability. This one is Fury. And then hit the enemy. Once a target is confirmed, the ability will be placed in your queue. Up to a maximum of 4. Each character has their own queue. Alright. If any of the abilities on the queue can't be executed at the time, a message below will show you the reason. To remove an action from the queue, press right click in the ability icon to remove it. Yeah. Alright. Press the spacebar to disable the tactical pause and execute your tactical choices.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, Now we're going to try something more advanced. Formation.
Ooh. Made it sound very special there. Formations are combat tactics executed by various members of your party together. Once a group of characters are formed, a new unit emerges with its own life, stats, and abilities. Okay. Each character will learn 2 formations during the game, depending on its class. Let's try to create a formation with Taliesin. Select Taliesin, yo! Yo. Right-click on my character to add them to the formation. The border of the character box will change once they've been added. And then add Heraklios as well. There we go. Press F or click the icon on the main panel to create a formation. And now we can use a formation's ability to attack the dummy. Alright. The formation charges, knocking down all enemy in its path. Okay, so this can be quite tactical, it looks like. 53 damage, nice.
Good job. But you've only started down the road to becoming a great warrior. Here, take my notes. Read them if you need help along your journey.
Current objective appears in the radar with the square icon. Relevant conversations are shown with the talk icon. Okay, return to the cabin. Yes, that's what I was trying to do.
Stay with me, my king. I need more Amergin. We can do better than this.
How dare you tell me what to do after embarrassing me in front of the Tuatha?
Oh, the Tuatha that just attacked us. Those Tuatha, huh? Yeah, I'm a wretched bitch for dimming their esteemed opinion off you. Can't believe myself.
Help!
Okay, so we're about half an hour into this episode, so I'm gonna put a cut in here. We've seen the introduction now, and in our second episode I'll run around here, try to bash some gods in the head with my gigantic club. If you like what you're seeing, there's a link in the description where you can get the game. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.